Sometimes that's what you gotta do. Resources are tight and you can't find bullets everywhere. What is going on, everyday Game Fiends, and welcome back to the channel for the very first episode of Controller Chronicles. This is a series where I normally review games, but since I got early access to Chronos and Dawn, I wanted to do a preview of the game. I'm going to share my thoughts with you guys if you're second guessing whether you want this or not. As you may have read in the beginning, I played about 3 hours, and I think that's enough to let you know what the game is like and sort of give you an idea of what Blooper Team is trying to do here. And hopefully this will give you a better understanding of whether you should spend your $60 or not. Also, this is not spoiler free. However, most of the footage you're going to see is from the very first section of the game. All right, so let's get into it. The world is very impressive. The atmosphere mimics a very gritty and desolate wasteland, has a tense feeling that makes you feel lonely, and that really captivated me so much that at 2 in the morning I decided to turn off my PlayStation, go to sleep so I can play this in the morning, afternoon, because the sound and atmosphere was just so creepy. And yeah, it's at night, lights off, I'm alone in the house. Yeah, not a cool feeling, man, you know what I mean? And if you don't know by now, the world is obviously very linear with simple areas that guide you where to go next. Rarely will you get lost or know what not to do next. I found myself in only one area going in circles, and that was because I just wasn't looking in the right direction. But very easy to get around. Obviously no map in this type of game, but so far there wasn't a time where I felt sort of lost, you know. The game does have brutally hard hidden enemies and an inventory slot that limits what you can carry. So yeah, make the choices wisely and worthy because resources are scarce. However, you do get access to checkpoints that allows you to craft items as long as you have the resources and energy, which is the currency in the game. Weapons are pretty standard. So far I have a pistol, a torch, and a shotgun. They all feel good right now, and obviously throughout the game you'll be able to upgrade each one of them. Obviously the same thing with your inventory slots, you'll be able to spend money and sort of the, I forget the name of the current, not the currency, the name of a core. Yeah, you get these cores that you find throughout that you can use as upgrades to upgrade your inventory slots, to upgrade your weapons, things like that. They're absolutely necessary, so make sure you explore the hell out of this game and check every nook and cranny. So far the story is engaging and I want to know more. If you're the type of person that reads all the notes, that listens to recordings and all that stuff, you're gonna enjoy the story, because also the voice acting is top notch. This ain't no chippy choppy stuff, you know what I mean? This ain't like some recent game that came out last week. These actors sound really good, so props to them. Chronos: The New Dawn is a fantastic sinkhole of ideas that complement classics like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, and Dead Space. If you have any ounce of love for any of those games, I strongly suggest you give this a shot because you'll feel right at home. As one of my other most anticipated games of 2025, this one is going in a great direction. Let's hope I feel the same way when I finish it and do my review for the game. So to sum it all up, folks, because I know my best friend definitely is listening to this. If you play Silent Hill 2, if you play Dead Space, if you played Resident Evil, you know, any of those classic horror games that kept you on your toes, where the fighting was a little janky and clunky on purpose because it's a survival horror game, right? You have very limited resources. You can craft stuff if you want. Obviously, a lot of exploring, a very, very dark game. Some of you, I'm not going to put the brightness up because this is a really, really dark game. But to each his own. I ain't going to hate. You know, I ain't going to hate. I watch it in the dark and I put the gamma down. You know, I want to be scared, you know? If you like any of those things I mentioned, oh, and by the way, there's no sidestepping, so it's just you running, right? So I forgot to mention that. Yeah, there's no sidestepping, so it's either you turning around and running like I am right here, or you're just standing and clobbering the guy. So with all that said, I wholeheartedly think you will like this game if you're intrigued by the things that I mentioned. Now, I'm gonna get back to gaming. I told you it's gonna be short and sweet. If you're new here, please consider subscribing and liking the video. I would love for all of you to join me on my video game journey. And if you made it this far into the video, I appreciate your support. If you want to see more content like this, please do what my beautiful goddaughter loves to say.
Like and subscribe.
On to the next one. Keep on gaming.